Unlike the Uni and Bluewater Village subhoods, the downtown suburb that came with nightlife doesn't appear to come with any playable families when you first load it up, just community lots and empty houses. However, there are several deceased playable Sims in this neighbourhood that you can resurrect, and most of these Sims belong to the mysterious Tricou family. Now the storyline here is actually pretty interesting, but if you don't pay close attention while playing, it's possible that you'll miss it due to the Sims being deceased. The Tricou family previously lived in the House of Fallen Trees, a large Gothic house located in the downtown suburb. The house is haunted by 3 ghosts, 2 cousins who are the youngest deceased members of the Tricou family, Fricorif and Gévaudan Tricou. The other Sim is unrelated to the Tricous, Renelle Ninja, and it's implied that she moved into the house later and was scared to death by the teenage ghosts, as her ghost is pink like other Sims who have been scared to death, though she has no memories of this.
I have no memory of this place.
Going by ghost type, you can see that Gévaudan died in a fire, and that her cousin Fricorif died by a satellite falling on him. As far as I know, this makes him the only pre-deceased Sim to die that way, but it's possible that this was a mistake, as Fricorif returns in The Sims 3 Supernatural, and in that expansion his death was caused by fire. Strangely, he is the only Tricou Sim to appear in that game, almost as though they were using this as an opportunity to correct the law, and it would seem to fit more if the same fire killed both cousins. There's also a statue on the lot of the Grey Lady of SimCity, which is highlighted as a focal point surrounded by water. If you read the buy mode description for this, it also contains some useful information. There is an old legend about the Grey Woman of SimCity. It is said that one day while the Grey Woman was baking a turkey, she got a phone call from a long-lost cousin, and accidentally forgot the turkey was in the oven. This caused her house to catch on fire, and tragically, the turkey was burned. Also, the woman died, but it is said that she watches over all babies and toddlers from beyond the grave, and that is why they cannot be harmed by fire. So, while filming this scene, basically I waited and waited, and this fire won't go out, and I can't move it. I tried deleting the window, I tried deleting the ash. Nothing I do will put this fire out, and not only that, but I walked into it a minute ago, and look. That fire is just eternal now. It's just burning and burning and burning. I love how I can just be recording something that was supposed to be just a story for the lore of this video, and somehow she's immune to fire now. It's like, I didn't kill her off because it wasn't necessary to do that to record the little video, but never mind babies and toddlers. As an adult, she has developed immunity to the fire. At least this piece of fire. That is so weird. I have never gotten this glitch before. I've never had this happen with fire. She's just one with the fire now. The rest of the Tricou family were buried in the downtown graveyard Gothia Green Lawns, but for some reason the teenagers were buried in the house itself. The rest of the family all died of starvation, but it's not obvious how this came about. If you look in the basement of the Tricou house, there are 2 coffins, but it's not known if these coffins were placed there by the Tricou family or by Renelle, who moved in later, or even if they belonged to someone else. There is a death type specific to vampires in The Sims 2, death by sunlight, but the older Tricou members all died by starvation and none of them have the vampire life state. The family tree also only goes back to Jennifer and John Smith, so if there was a distant vampire relative, they're not on the family tree. There are 8 Tricou Sims, so it's likely they were made in Create a Sim as one household and they decided not to mess with their family tree later. There are some other peculiarities to both the Tricou household and the house itself. John Smith and Jennifer Tricou had 2 daughters, Nylissit and Janae, but there are also 6 teenage Downtownies who view John Smith as their father in their family trees. These townies will have randomised names when you play, but in the game files have the surname Teens. Strangely, although they all recognise each other as siblings and John Smith as their father, John Smith does not recognise any of them as his children. This suggests he was unaware of their existence or disowned them. Although this adds an interesting dimension to the story, it seems likely that this was done so that if the player happened to also have the University expansion installed, if they add one of the teen sims to a household making them playable, they can then resurrect their father using the Resurrector Nometron. Another weird thing about the Tricou family is the house itself. After dark, the lighting on the lot is set to be permanently darkened, so any lights placed on the lot will either be turned off or dimmed. Nylissit Tricou also has a weird romance glitch which will sometimes prevent her from getting married, so she just stays permanently engaged. So this glitch was fixed in the apartment life patch, and I decided to see if it was patched in my game because I've noticed a few glitches are still popping up for me that were patched, like the physiology skill glitch, where you end up building the body skill super fast. It's interesting actually that they patched this glitch later on because they didn't do it with Denise Chiquette's romance glitch, for example. So yeah, it's interesting that they picked up on this. I decided to test it out. Something has gone wrong already. I added Nylissit to the house using the inseminator, and that worked fine. And then I decided, since I wanted to test this out, I'd just use her deceased husband to do it. So I added him to the house. And then I noticed that he doesn't have any interactions. And then I noticed that he's actually invisible. I don't know if this is because... No. See, when I resurrected Nylissit... I keep saying Nihilist, but it's not Nihilist. Yeah, when I resurrected Nylissit, she was on the other side of the road, here, and then I moved her over here, and I don't know where he is. I mean, his UI is working, but he doesn't seem to be here. Because his invisibility is, I assume, will cause problems, because when Sims do that, they tend to get stuck in the lot, and, where was that money from, just now? That was just a money sound effect, I don't know what that's about. Where is Kiernan? He isn't at work or anything, is he? No, he's unemployed. I'm wondering if I'll just try it with the Resurrector Nometron because sometimes that works when this doesn't. So let's try and bring him back with the Grim Reaper phone. Really hope this works. I'm sure you're supposed to be able to resurrect all these Sims. It says you can, so I don't know why that problem's happening. Perhaps I think he should come back now. Right, okay, yeah. So it can be resurrected with the phone, but he can't be resurrected with the inseminator for some reason. He just becomes invisible then. Here's the lifetime want to become a mad scientist here. A lot of these Sims in the Tricou family have odd lifetime wants for their aspirations. Another Sim had the lifetime want, I believe, to become Captain Hero, but I think that was her sister's husband. No? Really? Nothing? This is a little odd. The interactions are there, but they... I might be able to cheat and have this set up, but that is odd. I don't know why they aren't developing romantic. Mutual flags, kin and love. Yeah, okay. And then I'll do the crush one as well, I think, just in case. Right. So now, I think, propose engagement. He's got some thought bubble coming out of his head. I kind of want to know what it is. You know, if this glitch still is in the game, I wonder if it's tied somehow to the fact that she can't seem to romantically interact. I don't know if that's just them or what. Okay. So now I'll have her get married. I don't know if it only happens when she clicks on the altar, so I'll try that first. Okay. So, nothing is happening that I can see. Oh, alright. Maybe it's just slow. I'm impatient. It looks like... maybe it will work then. I don't know if the... I think the, oh! No! No! You can see, she's still engaged. So, yeah, I don't have the apartment life patch in my game. That also explains the physiology glitch. But, so as you can see, she's still engaged, even though she just got married. And, he's still engaged too. And he's got this... He's got the memory of getting engaged to her, but he doesn't have the memory of getting married to her. But she has the memory of getting married. Now, there's something else I think. I think if you continue to do it... I should really just turn off the special event camera thingy, but... Okay, so you see she's gone married to Kiernan twice, so she'll just build up marriage memories repeatedly, but it won't update here. I had to cheat to get them to be in love and have a crush, and I don't know if that's tied into this glitch or if that was just a random occurrence that's between them, so I'm tempted to see if I add another sim. Actually, if I have them interact, will they get the appropriate flags? They do. Okay, so that's not related. See, he didn't react? Now I'm really wondering. I have to boost their motives quickly, because they're not... I don't know if it's just because the size of this lot is really big and they don't pay attention. So that wasn't related, I guess. That's just between them. I think it has something to do with their flags. She seems to recognize him as family, so that's another weird thing. They have the romantic interactions, but they can't seem to get the crush and love flags. But they have it, and I think I did read on the Sims 2 wiki that it doesn't happen every time. I think it said it only happens sometimes. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just Kiernan it happens with, or if it's just certain random Sims. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh no. That relationship. That should have occurred to me. That's not... I'm interested in his reactions though, because he doesn't seem to be picking up on the fact that they're cheating. Okay, so he's finally... he's finally reacting. The make-out interactions seem to do it. He didn't react to her getting proposed in front of him, or anything like that. That sim has just come by, and there's something later in the video I actually want to do with that sim, so it's kind of funny, but I'm not doing that right now. The dog is not happy with this. What the? Did you just... What the hell? What is Debbie wearing? She was wearing the matchmaker outfit a minute ago, wasn't she? And she should be, really. But now she's wearing, another random outfit. Oh, is it because she's attending their wedding? Oh, I guess that's her formal outfit. So let's see if this works. She's getting married a lot today. I don't know if she's going to change back into her outfit or not now. I mean, I guess not until she leaves the lot. This has been a busy day for Nylissit. She's gotten married twice to Kiernan and once to Bianca. You want to get married to Debbie Langerak, Nylissit? Another interesting thing about the downtown subhood is that there are text references that you can see in SimPE that show lots that don't exist. I initially read about this info on the Sims 2 wiki, and I decided to look in SimPE to see if the lots themselves were there, but of course, if they were, they'd probably show up in the lots and houses bin, so I think there's only text references to them. The most interesting of these to me is the one that's called Vampiric Eden. I'm wondering if they previously planned to have a community lot a bit like the witches' houses in the Apartment Life Secret Magic subhood, where the vampire NPCs would just like hang out together. It's also possible that it evolved into a different lot and they just didn't delete the reference to Vampiric Eden, like maybe Vampiric Eden became the crypto nightclub because that has a vampiric aesthetic as well. So the other lots mentioned are the Lilyflower and N3RD pad, and both of these have descriptions as well as just their name. N3RD pad seems like some kind of tech or gaming hangout place, and the Lilyflower seems to be another club. So I actually stumbled on this next piece of info by accident. After looking through the text strings, I started to search online for some of the family names mentioned to see what came up. So the Wilson name is probably connected to Lakshmi Wilson, one of the gypsy matchmaker names in the game files. Searching Bender obviously brought up lots of content about Marissa Bender, and I'm still not sure what the connection is there. If you go into family information, there are 4 households, and a lot of the Sims are in some of these households, like Lakshmi Wilson is in the Wilson household, but so are a lot of other Sims with different surnames. They've just been added there too. The Bendit household is interesting actually. It has 2 family friends for some reason, and all of the Sims are just listed as unknown. I also searched for Garth, and it came up with a Sims wiki page about Rebecka Garth, who is a slob Sim, which is one of the categories of special downtownies, like you have vampires and other things like that. I've actually never moved any of the slob Sims into a household before, so I didn't realise this. But it mentions there that she has a lifetime want to have 100 first dates, which is actually unique in the game and not something other playable Sims can get, which is very interesting to me, and I'm actually wondering now if there are more of these unique lifetime wants or if this is the only one. But I thought I'd just check it out in-game so I can show you that lifetime want in case you haven't seen this before. You might have done, because she is one of the special NPCs, and I'm sure a lot of people have moved these Sims into households before. I know I've done that with the Grand Vampires and Mr. Big, and probably the Diva before. The slob Sims really they're really not my cup of tea, so I've actually never moved them into a household before. I've added Erin Tan, that's her name in this randomly generated name in this neighbourhood. And I'm gonna look at her lifetime one. Oh, I didn't turn free will off. Yeah, see, it says have 100 first dates, which is just insane. I don't know why they did this. It's very interesting to me because even 50 first dates is kind of a long time. Like, you have to devote, with normal lifespan, if you're not using the elixir of life or cheating or whatever, or if you haven't turned aging off. That takes up a large amount of time. You really want to start when they're a teen, and then even then you're going to be going on dates most days just to get all of those dates in. If you start it from adulthood, then it's kind of crazy. And, you know, like for me at least, I don't want my Sims to be going on dates every single day. There are other things that, you know, they need to do, and it just doesn't make sense really to me. So that's, yeah, that, like, with normal gameplay, without cheating and stuff, that lifetime one is kind of an annoying one, and that's just with 50. So 100 dates is definitely insane. You know something weird I've just noticed? Bianca has a couple of memories, and one is that Contessa died. And it says this Sim is so important to me. But I don't Contessa Cap. Like, why was that Sim important to Bianca? And also, she has a memory of Claudio dying. which it also says that the sim was important to her, but that memory is positive for some reason. I've never noticed that before, actually, weirdly, but I did just look it up, and apparently in SimPE, her relationship with Contessa is that they are enemies, but in spite of that, she still has a negative memory of her death, and it says, it has the text for like a sim that you know have a really close relationship with, so that's odd. But her relationship with Claudio was actually positive, apparently, so this is just all messed up. I mean, obviously this is not deliberate, but I don't know what you'd make of that if you were trying to come up with some kind of story. Like, what? Like, did she have a secret affair with Contessa or something? And she's considerably older too. I don't know how that works age-wise, like with the timeline and stuff. Yeah. The last thing I'm going to discuss in this video is the Hidden Downtownies. There are actually a few hidden sims in different expansions. Another is a pet sim called Decker. These sims weren't placed into any of the sim bins, so you can't meet them in-game, but you can use cheats and mods to add them to a household, or modify them in SimPE to add them to an existing sim bin. The Hidden Downtownies don't have randomised names like other townies, they come with the one in the game files, and there are two of them, Carol Gray and Cheryl Miller. They share a lot of the same weird features. If you age them down, they keep their elder voice for some reason. On the Sims 2 wiki, it also mentions that although these sims technically aren't corrupt, it's not recommended to add them to a household because they have fractured data, so I'm just going to add them now. This version of Veronaville is already corrupt. I used it like for previous videos on this channel, so that's why I've been using it for this video. And I'm just going to add them, and then, what am I doing? Default. The other one is, who's Danny Cat? Don't get distracted. Okay, I think I added Cheryl Miller, right. So yeah, Carol Gray and Cheryl Miller. I don't know why some of these sims, like the Pet Sim Decker or these sims, why they're hidden. It's possible there was some problem with them and they just decided to sort of remove them. I don't really know, because these two sims do have fractured data, and I need to add them to the household. Apparently, if they're aged down, they keep the elder voice, so I'm just going to see what their voice sounds like now. Right. Aging. Nope. Select age. We'll make them adults. They also still have grey hair, I just noticed. I think that often happens when I use the inseminator though. It might be a side effect of that. Oh. What's happening? They've also both aged into that exact hat. I actually can't tell. I can't tell. Let's just have them talk more. I think that is the elder voice still, right? Yeah, so they still have the elder voice even when they're aged down to adults. And now I'm wondering if they still have the elder voice even when they're aged down to... Let's try different ages. Oh, I did that twice. I didn't mean to on the same sim. It would be really weird. It would be really weird if she still has that. It's so weird. I don't think is any sound coming from her at all? I don't even know. You know what? Let's move these sims because we're going to be hearing their voices too, and that's going to be even more confusing. I think everyone runs on this lot. Yeah, seems to be a pattern. I think Cheryl is still, I think she has different coloured eyebrows to her hair, but it's hard to tell. Maybe not. And it looks like, who's that? That's, I think she has no eyebrows. Or maybe she has blonde ones, but her hair's black. I don't think she has any voice. Like... She seems... I think she's lost her voice. It looks like it, right? I don't think she has a voice now. So, let's try Cheryl Miller and age her down to a child and see if she has a voice. Ooh, she aged into the princess outfit. Where did the other one go? Oh, shoot. I've got free will on. So they're just doing their thing. She's gonna go to play the piano. Oh yeah. They have no voice, so that as children they have no voice actors. That's interesting. Yeah, it did say on the Sims 2 wiki that if you age them down, but I think they were specifying adult there, I can't remember. They're supposed to keep the elder voice, but they don't as children, and I don't know if they do as toddlers either, so let's do that. What? She's suddenly... Ooh, that ain't good. She's got no fears and, oh, she's got the same thing going on. They're not making any noise. Yeah. I think they're muted again. So, yeah, that's weird. They obviously didn't intend for them to have, for this to happen. And then let's look closer. Yeah, I think her hair is naturally blonde, but she has aged with black hair. So she has like blonde eyebrows. And then I guess the voice acting, yeah. Wait, does she still have the elder one? I think so. So I think like the elder voice acting starts from teen to elder, and then their child and toddler voice is just completely new and non-existent. So that's really weird. I wonder if you can... I don't actually know how you can change the voices in SimPE. I assume there's a way somehow, but I don't know how to do that. It looks like Carol Gray... Wait, that's Carol Gray, and that's Cheryl Miller. So I think their hair, both of their hairs are naturally blonde, but they age with just like random coloured hair. Like her hair's red now and it was black a minute ago. Look at all of those trees that are just like planted in concrete. That doesn't make sense. Like there's no like earth underneath any of those trees. It's just concrete and the trees are all somehow growing. I mean, that does happen, I guess, but normally there'd be like a little patch of brown earth around the roots of the tree, but here it's just concrete. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Sims 2 downtown sub-neighborhood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's right there, ma'am. The fire is right there. Oh my god. This is amazing. What the... Okay. But this isn't the point of this video, so moving on.